Hi guys, so welcome back to my channel. As you can see, I'm in LA. I'm only here for a week. I just needed to, sorry, I have a hair in my eye. Just needed to get away a little bit, just to stop thinking about normal stuff in Pittsburgh with Ivy. And I'm gonna turn this light on. Oh, that helps a little bit. But Maddie and I went to Dancing with the Stars finale last night. And for those of you who asked, Kenzie is with her friend Sophie in Florida at her parents' house for Thanksgiving. So Kenzie wasn't there and she was so jealous because she loves Dancing with the Stars too. She went last week, but I have gone to so many tapings of Dancing with the Stars, and I have to tell you, this is by far the best finale I have ever been to. And I've been to a lot of finales. I've never seen so many tens, first of all. The dancing was unbelievable. And if you guys watched, they had to do 3 dances. So they had 2 dances choreographed, and then they had to do, I think they called it a speed round or something like that. It was legit crazy. They had to do, and it seemed really long. They had to blindly pick a dance, like the cha-cha. There was 4 different dances that they can choose, that they had to pick from, blindly with blindfolds on, and they didn't know what dance or song, what type of, dance it was gonna be, or the song, until like 2 minutes prior to actually doing the dance. And I'm telling you, it was real time. So if you watched, let's say it was Alex and Val had to pick their dance, Alfonso gave them their song, and they had to prepare a dance and learn it within a few minutes. It was crazy. It was unreal to me. It was unbelievable. The stress they must have felt was probably unreal. And it's really funny. We kind of picked who we thought were going to win. There's 5 placements, and we did pretty good. And then the last dance of the night was Jordan. Holy moly. She's amazing, number 1. Number 2, I love that she proved to people that she's just not a gymnast. And just a gymnast is amazing, of course, but she killed it. And I looked at Maddie, I said, I think Jordan just won. Like, I literally thought that dance, the finale dance, made her win. I was shocked, but she got 3rd place. But we did kind of choose 5th and 4th place. Going through it all, Dylan, unbelievable, from the last episode to the first episode, I was like, oh, he's gonna get kicked off so soon. And he's adorable, and his heart is, he's just so kind. Everybody was like kind, which is crazy. But he did so well yesterday. He became a dancer. Elaine, she's 54 years old, and I think she has like a screw in her hip because she was a dancer years and years ago, and it was kind of her dream to be a dancer. She was phenomenal. I love that all the freestyle dances at the end were also different. Like hers was like Broadway. So I've been on a mission to find the most perfect makeup for my dark circles, and Kosas has come to the rescue. I love this stuff so much. They actually make makeup to improve your skin and not just conceal. So check out this Revealer Extra Bright and the Revealer Concealer. This formula has super active levels of caffeine, hyaluronic acid, and peptides to address discoloration. This chick has it, puffiness, and sagging. It's blendable liquid cream formula with full coverage, but not like full coverage. It's just amazing. Long wearing and non-creasing. And I have lots of wrinkles, so I need that for sure. It gives under eye instant awake effect. So now I'm going to layer the concealer on top. I'm going to put it right in the same eye. And this is a two-step system. This product was made to be paired with the concealer, and you can layer them on top of each other, and it's so easy. There's no cakiness. Look at this. Look at the difference between this eye and this eye. Dark, dark, dark. But I love this concealer because it's super creamy. It gives you a fresh, radiant finish, and it looks like skin. It doesn't look like a lot of makeup, and I love it. So look at the after, correcting and concealing, and my eyes just look super smooth and super even and super bright. And look at this one. I'm so excited for this. So look well rested even when you're not. Shop Revealer Extra Bright and Revealer Concealer now and save 15%. Click the link in my description or scan the QR code, and make sure you use code Melissa15 to get your 15% off now. It was so impressive. And Alex, I mean, she's just really amazing. And it's so weird to think of someone that looks like her. She's beautiful and really fit. She had such low self-esteem. So it shows you guys out there in the real world, you know, that really beautiful people like her have self-esteem issues. So, you know, let's be kind to one another when you see someone. You know, don't tell them anything about their appearance, you know, unless you're going to compliment them. Because I love the fact that she has so much confidence now. And Robert, I mean, who doesn't love Robert? He's amazing. And he was hurt. I mean, he was really hurt. You could tell he was in pain at the rehearsals. You couldn't tell he was in pain during the dances because he worked so hard. And I was just so happy that he won. I think he was a fan favorite. But I have to tell you, I mean, I loved Whitney from Mormon Wives. I feel like she should have been in the finale, my opinion. But you know, it's all voting, and we got to see her. Maddie and I went up to her and talked to her and told her how much we loved her, and I loved her. I mean, I thought she worked really hard, loved it. I feel like she belongs on a stage. Some people just do, and I don't know. I thought she was great. So that is my Dancing with the Stars. I loved it so much, and I hate that it was over. But we were there for 3 hours. And you don't even realize, like, the taping was 3 hours. So, but we were there an hour earlier than that. And it flew by like, oh, it was just beautiful. So I have a couple of questions here. So thank you everyone for reaching out about Ivy. And, you know, I really appreciate it. Yesterday was her birthday, and I'm still struggling and will be for really long. I'll never get over it. But thank you to everybody. I love you all. It's crazy how many times people reached out to me and told me that happened to their animal. It's awful. So here we go. Stargirl cry. That's so cute. I'm so sorry to hear about Ivy. Thinking of you. I remember an old video of Maddie doing a layout step out. It seems like many of the girls had strong tumbling and or acro skills that weren't showcased. Can you speak of the tumbling Maddie can do that they didn't show in the show? Obviously, we saw that Kenzie's acro was amazing. Well, we had a really, really great gym and acro teacher. His name was Marty. Love him. He was so good with the girls every Monday. All the girls can tumble. Just some of the girls were better than others. Tumbling is a scary thing. I was a gymnast, so I know, you know, if you fall or it's just really scary. But Maddie could do, you know, round back tucks, back handsprings, front aerials, side aerials. You know, she wasn't as flexible as Kenzie and Brooke, but, you know, she tried really hard. But it wasn't her favorite to tumble, but, you know, she worked so hard at everything she did, so she tried her best. But the layout step out, I think is such a beautiful thing. But I really don't love acro, honestly. But all the girls were really pretty good at it, in my opinion. So that was a good question. Claudia Crossland, sorry for your loss. Losing a family member is just horrible, especially in these circumstances. Yes. This is a good question. I said this before, but it's good to say it again. Did the girls get to keep their money they won? Just re-watching all of Dance Moms, and in season 3, episode 2, the girls that won solos won $100 each. So previously on the show, when the girls won money, it went into the ALDC nonprofit account. So what was nice is it went into their fund. So when they had a dance competition, any monies that they won, we can take that money towards it, which was amazing because like my girls would win quite a bit, you know, of money. You would win it's called scholarship money. So you wouldn't get the actual physical money, but you were able to use it for dance competitions. And what was nice was after the girls did the show, I think season 1 and 2, they still won money, but then we were like, it's really not fair to take away from other kids. So our kids would never really win the money. They would give it to the other placements. But our girls did have money left over in the fundraising account. So the mom that took care of all of that, her name was Christine, she would use our money for other girls that needed it. So it was nice to be able to share, you know, and help other dancers that went to the studio that weren't on the show. So that was a really good question. Leslie loves pink. I love this. I'm so sorry for your loss. Thank you, sweetie. What life lessons have you learned since leaving Dance Mom? Sending you and the girls my condolences. Well, I've learned a lot of life lessons. And I learned that keep your friend group really small. And, you know, really don't worry about what others think of you. Worry about yourself and your family and your circle. People are going to be mean anywhere. I mean, regardless. You can be doing amazing things in the world and someone is always going to say something about you. But I really think that being authentic to yourself is really important. Don't try to be something that you're not. Yeah, just own who you are. And if someone doesn't like you, everyone can't like you, and it's okay. I used to always worry about what people thought of me, but you know, I'm 57 years old and I have to live the rest of my life the way I want to live it. And I appreciate like a really good community, which I've made such an amazing community here. YouTube is actually a really amazing community. I think people, for the most part, are so kind. And, you know, I really love it. So, yeah, be authentic to yourself. Cree Apothecary. Hi, Melissa. Were there rival studios before the show? And that's really funny because I remember Studio 19, that's where Kendall went before she came to us. When we would see them, we were like, oh, because those girls all look the same. Apparently, they practiced the same dance for a long, long time. Their facials were the same. They turned the same. I mean, they were really, really good. We didn't really have rivals, but I feel like when we saw them coming, we were like, oh, they're really good. And also there was a ballet studio, I think called North, something with North in it. They were so good. Their hair and makeup was perfect. I mean, perfect. They were really good, but they were really good at ballet. So I don't feel like we really had rival studios. Abby's studio just did really well prior to Dance Moms, especially the big girls. They were, oh my gosh, and boys were incredible. Yeah. So Jelly Beans WO2345. Hi, Melissa. I was wondering if it was hard to sew in headpieces. Did it hurt the girls or was it an easy process? Oh, it's funny. It was very hard, especially when we were rushed and I had to do 2. But we had these, they were like C needles. And they were like you sewed them, used them to sew the hair pieces in their head. But I have to say, I poked the girls' heads many, many of times. They did not like it. And then in the end, we started to use zip ties. Our hair, our makeup artist, Dee Dee, said, let's try zip ties. Oh my gosh, it was amazing. You literally put a hole and zip tie their hair in. However, if you did it too tight, you had to cut it out. I cut Maddie's hair once, like a big chunk out, because I didn't have a choice. I tied it too tight, but it did hurt them and they hated it. And we sometimes had huge hair pieces. So, I mean, that's just, the zip ties were probably the best thing ever. Oh my God, I loved it so much. Yeah, so sewing in a hairpiece was very difficult, and sometimes it hurt. I remember the girls were like, Mom, I'm bleeding. I'm like, you're not bleeding, it's just your head. Really crazy. Oh, this is the last one. This is fun. Melinda-P 5W. Hi, Melissa. Just wondering if you and Maddie saw one episode of Glee where the cast performed Chandelier and one of the cast members did a spoof on Maddie. If so, what did you think? I never saw this, so I looked it up, and I have to ask Maddie because I'm going to go see her. It was so good. I mean, the Glee cast is amazing, and for them to do this, I thought it was unbelievable, and it was just so cool. I love that they did that. I wish I could put a clip here, but I don't think I can. But it was so cool. And thank you for telling me about it, because I would have never known. So thank you for being here again, and thank you for your questions and your support. So put down below any questions that you may have. And also, I want to know who you think should have won Dancing with the Stars, and if you think, I'm just curious. And they said they had the most votes ever in Dancing with the Stars history. So that's really interesting. But I love you guys so much. Make sure you click the notification, subscribe, and I appreciate you being here. So I love you guys.